Beatrice, I don't just
No way.
I don't know that.
I don't love yourself,
Really?
Beatrice.
I don't know that.
Don't you think you sound uneducated and like no morals? Did you have a good upbringing?
You said you're educated, but you still don't have sense.
You're fighting physically on national TV.
Oh my god, today was hilarious. And in all that was happening today, it was White Money and Princess's reaction for me, because White Money is me and I'm White Money. That's exactly what I would have been doing in that situation, because it was literally a movie that they were watching there. Today was hilarious. Let's just unpack everything that happened in today's reunion. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So I'm going to start with their dressing in this reunion. It's almost as if they are following a theme, because before it was the traditional looks, and then now what they wore today was like old school. They were giving old school vibes. They put in a lot of effort in that. I don't know whether they gathered to plan it or it's the production team that told them to do that, but kudos to all of them for that. So today they started off by showing us Beatrice's outburst in the house. One time she had one outburst like that. Beatrice actually brought fire in the house. When they showed us this video, I was like, oh, okay, she actually brought fire to the house. Well, it's almost as if this particular set, they were not ready for all those drama. They were just there for peace. And even the viewers were not ready for anybody that was coming with unnecessary drama. That's why people like Beatrice, Maria, all of them did not last. Because it's as if she actually brought a little bit of drama in the house. So Bbnaija asked them, some of the housemates, to give their view on like the way it was with Beatrice in the house. When it comes to the wild card, you guys know that Beatrice kind of played into the wild card situation, like kind of convincing them that, oh, she was a wild card. She was acting like the wild card, so they were convinced that she was a wild card.
100%.
So she thought she was playing a prank. Or...
Yeah, and she enjoyed it. And I kept on getting close to her because I noticed that everybody has tried and everybody's like,
So Maria now also gave her own view. Bbnaija also asked Maria for her own view of like the situation of things, and she was like, at first she was trying to get to know Beatrice, to understand her, like get close to her in some form of way, but later on she was just like, she just gave up, and she's the kind of person that once she gives up for real, and she doesn't really care. And then she now also mentioned that in fact she didn't see Beatrice in the house. She didn't like pay attention to her in any way at all.
Like when I decide, like, you know, I mean, that's it, like I just didn't really think much. Like she really wasn't in the house for me. But also I feel she was also confused as to what she was doing in Big Brother's house.
So basically she's saying that Beatrice did not exist. Beatrice did not exist in her own books at all, which I think it's not really true, because on one hand you're saying that you're trying to get to know her, on the other hand you're saying that you didn't see her at all. Like, which one is it? Pick, you have to pick one. And then there was also an episode with the whole Perez situation, which she spoke about a lot in the house. So I think they actually did have like, you know, mini clashes in the house. One had to do with Truth or Dare and Perez being involved and some things. So saying you didn't see her, it's a lie. Then Beatrice on her own angle, and maybe kind of asked Beatrice what's up, like what happened. Beatrice was not like she didn't like her. The truth is that she didn't like her in the house, and she doesn't still like her, and that the reason why she was avoiding she didn't want to be friends with her is because she felt like she saw Maria as somebody that was controlling. And then she also gave examples of like certain things that she did.
Her shoes, or help her with something. I don't like things like that. You don't control me. Okay, so I saw that she was actually she was really controlling, and I didn't want her to control me. So, and the fact is I don't like Maria. The prank is I love to prank people a lot. So
that was Beatrice's own, like part of Beatrice's own explanation, and Maria was just like interrupting Beatrice when she was speaking, and I was like, Shay, you not allow her to talk. You said your own. You said you did not see her. Now she's saying that she didn't want, her reason for not wanting you guys to be friends and all. And then, you know, Maria was really interrupting. I feel like this whole Beatrice and Maria situation, I feel like I'm going to have an unpopular opinion from what maybe most people saw. From the angle I was looking at it from, I saw that, or the way I was looking at it, I didn't feel like Beatrice was looking for a fight or basically trying to get a fight out of the situation. She was just there explaining her part. Maria said her part, and Maria's part of the story was almost like what she said was was offensive in a way. Like someone would find that offensive, like I didn't see her. So, and then Beatrice didn't react to that. Beatrice was just like telling her own side of the story, and that's when Maria was now like interrupting her, like almost throughout the conversation. And then Bbnaija kind of asked Beatrice like to like pinpoint what exactly happened, like the scenarios where those things happened.
Buckle her shoes. But when she saw me, she was like, "Hey, Beatrice, come and help me do my shoes." Like, what was the meaning of that?
What buckling shoes did I have?
I don't know. You can ask yourself that question.
I've never asked you for
no,
help.
you can. You did. You
I
did.
always
You can
try
ask
to
yourself that
talk to you
question
and
every
ask
time
you
I'm
how
talking
you
to
were.
you.
I've
And
never.
so did that day at the dining.
I don't even know
Go
what
get
you're
her
talking
water.
about.
Princess was just to be laughing. She was just catching cruise and laughing where she was. So you could see that Maria was kind of like really interrupting Beatrice's conversation, and Beatrice on the other hand was trying to she kept rerouting the conversation and addressing Ebuka, like not wanting to feed into that, but it just kept occurring. So later on, she now decided to like round up her speech by saying that okay, those are the reasons why she didn't want to be friends with Maria, or she didn't like, she just didn't want to be friends. And then Maria was like, I don't have your type of person as a friend, something like that. Just the statement she made, and that's when the main verse was now started. I was like, Beatrice now brought up the whole married man matter. I was like, Beatrice.
Because of that, I did not want her to be my friend.
Okay, you're not even my type of friend, darling.
We're
in the house. I was trying.
I want to understand my husband and snatch husband.
If you actually dislike me, maybe it's inferiority. Maybe you're insecure about yourself.
Miss Maria.
I say White Money's reactions were just very hilarious. They were out of this world. It was just making me laugh at different points. And then the whole conversation, the whole talk of inferiority complex because you don't like me. I don't understand how not liking someone translates to having inferiority complex. I don't get why Beatrice's comment on not liking her was really getting to her. It's almost like it was really getting to her. She said her own. You did not see her. She didn't interrupt you. She didn't say anything. And then it was time for her to say she did not like you. But the married man comments that she made, I felt like it was uncalled for because Maria has already received enough dragging for that one. So like, let's move on from it. There was no point of her bringing that up. I didn't feel like she should have brought it up. But Maria defended the whole thing. She said at least she has been with one man for how many years? This is now when Beatrice stood up to fight though. As in, this is when the whole thing became physical. I was like, how did we get to this point?
You have been with one man for how many years? How many men have you been with?
I did not
Since you
show
left
this
me for-
the other version of me. And at this point, if you don't leave me, I'm going to see.
Can you imagine? It's
I need to show this the other version of me. Leave me alone. No, just leave me alone.
I don't understand.
Chill.
It was at this point that I knew she had fucked up. Like, why did she have to stand up to get physical? There was no point in all of that. For me, I hardly ever support physical violence. I can use it to catch cruise, but I'm not in for it. I can just, if both of them go for each other, yeah, we can catch cruise, but there was no point in her getting physical. She was already having a good verbal fight because some of them get bad mouth. So the verbal combo was already heated up enough. It was already enough. So there was no need for her to now stand up. Like, that one was not making sense at all. So the whole situation was now quenched, and they now continue like having a back and forth with each other.
You can barely even understand English in the house.
You think I don't
can barely understand English in the
you were
house.
the lousy
You
one,
have
and you
issues.
respond to
You have
everything,
issues,
even
that's
the one that
opinion.
wasn't your business. You were just too
Girl, I'm
lousy.
gonna have I'm
You
actually-
open your mouth like a smelling foul.
I feel like I've insulted myself.
Smelly foul, okay. That one cracks me up so bad, you guys. So that was very hilarious. I didn't expect that everything was going to like blow up this way, because I'm like, how did we get here? She even came for her British accent. Why did that just affect my own conversation? She came for a British accent.
I would have never been on the same space.
Aside
your
girl, you're
That's your
not up to my
opinion.
full
That
legs.
is your opinion.
Girl, you're not up to my
Anyway,
straight full legs. You
I'm
are
not doing
nothing.
this.
You are senseless without your British
You
accent.
can
or
barely
whatever.
even
Do you understand?
English.
I was like, the British accent, see how this is confusing me? The British accent just stayed and collected its own stray bullets, and that was just how they just ended up the whole thing. They just kept insulting each other, talking about British accent. Moving on, let's move on to Boma and Tega's situation. So the Boma and Tega situation was discussed. They first of all showed their videos of all the things that they did in the house. I was like, oh well, she was even catching myself. Why did they have to show everything, even the under-duvet moments? So they showed that, and they asked some housemates to give their views and their opinions on what they felt about the situation. And some said it was none of their business, so they didn't really mind, they didn't really care. And the others, some said that they didn't feel like Tega was really married. They didn't believe that she was really married because of one or two things that they saw. Then they now asked Boma that why was he going with all of that, knowing fully well that this is how things are, and you know this person is married, and the way it's to be perceived from outside.
I knew something that no one else knew. And because first of all, we were like very close friends. We started as friends. She had told me the marriage wasn't there, like it wasn't going on, but no one knew that, and I wouldn't say that.
Okay, me, I personally don't have anything to say about this one. That's between them. I don't know the conversations that they had. We couldn't have heard everything. So if she said that to him, that's on them. If she didn't say it, that's on them. And then for Tega, she now explained her own situation of things like the agreement she had with her husband before she came into the house. She said with her husband, they had an agreement. She didn't even really explain the agreement in full, but she said that she told her husband that, you know, he knows she's a crazy person, right? Her ex-husband, because she said they're separated, he knows she's a crazy person, so whatever she does in the house, like however she decides to play her game, she should stay out of it. But that on getting into the house, she was thrown off balance when she saw J Paul, because you know apparently she knows J Paul from outside. She didn't want J Paul to, like, you know, go and maybe tell a different story from what she's telling, so she just went to the story of the fact that she's married.
Okay, you know what? You know me, I'm crazy. Anything can go on, but please stay out of it. I didn't go into the show as married. I went in as separated. The first thing that threw me off balance was walking in and seeing J Paul, because J Paul didn't know the situation that was going on.
Me, I feel like she should have just, like, if you're separated, you're separated. Even if J Paul is there, it doesn't really change anything. Like, you tell him that you are now separated, even if he knows that you were married before. You are separated, is that you're separated, right? But she also mentioned that, you know, it was supposed to be a strategy. I don't know how that was going to be a strategy. The strategy, let's just say that it was a strategy gone wrong. Then people kind of asked Boma, like, knowing fully well how the society is and how they see these things, like, how is it that he didn't think of what people will say and how it will be perceived, like him being with a married man and all, and it defining his story. As then Boma was not like, he was looking at it, he wasn't looking at it from a Nigerian mindset, so he messed up on that one. That the way it is in Nigeria, that Nigerians say that Nigerians are kind of hypocritical, that they say one thing, but at the end of the day, most married men in Nigeria, in fact 95% of married men in Nigeria, he was very specific, have girlfriends. Ebuka was in shock.
I wasn't really thinking like that. I'm kind of more free-spirited. We try to act like we take marriage very seriously, but 95% of married men in Nigeria have girlfriends.
Right.
You know what I'll say? 95. Probably 98. I would say things.
Me, I have no comment on that one. If he says it's 95%, I don't know where he got the data from, but people can ask her how it has been outside, and she just explained how trolls have been on her matter. They came for Tega, like they came for Tega big time. Even Boma received trolling, but I think Tega got the most, like, aha.
Yeah, I'm human, and to be very honest, it's because I have thick skin, that's why I'm alive. To be very honest.
Isn't that bad?
It's been crazy. Sometimes I worry, but sometimes I have to deal with it.
If you are a troll and you're still going after Tega, just know that your own case is different. You're looking for where to pour your anger, because move on, can you move on? She has most likely made peace with her God, and then you are doing assistant Jesus, you are still on the matter. So everybody should just rest. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, love you.